So if you haven't been living under a rock, you've probably seen that Jujutsu Kaisen is huge now. Season 2 has literally taken over the internet. And to be honest, I'm not even mad at it. Jujutsu Kaisen is a great anime. It has a pretty likable cast, it's animated beautifully, it has great fights, and the music is top tier. Honestly, there's not much to dislike about this show, outside of maybe the confusing ass power system. Cause reading the Culling games and trying to understand Hikari's powers still has me confused as shit to this day. Honestly, anime has been blowing up like crazy over the past few years, and more people have been getting into it. Now, one thing I really want to talk about is why My Hero Academia fell off and how Jujutsu Kaisen replaced it as the top of the new gen anime. So I'm not finna lie to y'all, I just recently started watching My Hero Academia again. I actually dropped the series when it was being released every week. And this all happened in season 5. See, I picked it up again because the arc that I've been anticipating the most, where Deku actually leaves the school, just dropped in season 6. So I went all the way back and rewatched all of season 5 and caught up on season 6. I was sick with the flu over the holiday and I had plenty of time to just sit and binge anime. Now don't get me wrong, I used to read My Hero Academia like every day. I was literally one of those people that was always like, yo, just wait till the war arc, y'all sleeping. Just wait till we see Deku leave the school, y'all sleeping. But then these moments finally came and I'm not gonna cap, I was mad disinterested in them. From the My Villain Academia arc, to the war arc, to even Deku's leaving the school. I've come to the conclusion that it was season 5 that killed all of the hype to this show. To start, the season started off with Class 1A versus Class 1B. And I'm not gonna hold you, nobody wanted to see this shit. You gotta think, season 1, 2, and 3 of My Hero Academia were all back-to-back bangers. And then we got season 4. Remember in season 4 that Deku fought Overhaul, Lemillion lost his quirk, and Night Eye died. So honestly, we was expecting season 5 to be straight gas. I mean, we just had some crazy shit happen. Just for a bunch of nobodies from Class 1B to be fighting our favorite heroes, and we ain't give a fuck about these people from Class 1B. And it was in these fights that I really realized how bad the exposition and the pacing in My Hero Academia actually was. And then they did all of this just to release a shitty ass movie in theaters, which honestly just felt like a cash grab. And then when we finally got My Villain Academia, it felt lackluster as hell. Listen, I don't know what it was, but when I read it in the manga, that shit was heat. Maybe it was the art style, maybe it was just the good writing and the good pacing, but in the anime, that shit did not hit the same, bro. Like Shigaraki versus Redestro felt like it was just missing the magic. And I'm not gonna cap, my personal favorite fight in that arc when I read it in the manga was Dabi versus that ice nigga. But even that shit didn't feel that heat when I watched it. But I'm not gonna cap, season 5 did end on a high note. I thought the war arc was pretty solid, especially watching Mirko jump through everything, fight all of them damn Nomu. That shit was heat. Shigaraki and All For One getting away, Deku learning more about One For All. It was a pretty good ending to the season. But I feel like all of the things that went wrong earlier in the season just killed all of the hype and momentum of the show. So when it rolled around to season 6, the hype that was already in place from season 4 was nowhere near the same when it came to season 6. And this leads me into my second point. It feels like nobody watched season 6 of My Hero. And this is crazy because this is probably the most hyped season. I already told you, I was really excited to see Deku leave the school and become a vigilante. And I shit you not, it felt like every fan of the My Hero Academia anime was literally hyping this arc up to no end. We was out here like, yo, wait, just wait on it. Just wait on it. Just wait on it. I'm telling you, Deku gonna go hard. Pause. Y'all not ready for Vigilante Deku. He is gonna look crazy. And I honestly think most of it was because of the crazy cool art style of Deku. But even that didn't match up in the anime that well. Now, I'm not finna hold you. I personally feel like season 6 of My Hero did live up to my expectations as far as its comparison to the manga. Especially with how Deku was standing on business. But I feel like most of the My Hero Academia community or the anime community just collectively decided to tune this season out completely. And speaking of Deku standing on business, this is literally leads into my next point about why I think My Hero fell off. I feel like most of the anime community just won't give Deku the opportunity to grow at all. They still see him as a crybaby bitch. I deadass just saw somebody tweet this shit on Twitter where they was talking about how Deku is a bitch. Like he didn't stand on business the entirety of season 6. There's no way you watch season 6 of My Hero and you still calling Deku a bitch in 2024. And that's a big reason why I think My Hero fell off. People just don't want to let Deku grow. You know, they still see him as he was at the beginning of the series. This and the toxic reputation of the My Hero Academia community. You know, whenever you got a toxic anime community, people will automatically write off the anime. It doesn't matter if it's good or not. They will just write off the anime in entirety just because the community is toxic. And the My Hero Academia community be off they damn beam, bro. They be shipping high school students together like they not underage. And they be trying to make characters that aren't homosexual. Like, I saw so many people saying, oh, Baku Deku should be canon, or oh, Todoroki Deku should be canon. Like, bro, it's already confirmed that him and Ochako should be together. But the thing that really proved that these people were unhinged as fuck was when Horikoshi literally got on the internet and started posting his characters, and they was literally in the comment sections harassing him, talking about some make Baku Deku official. Bro, get the fuck out of here. So I think most anime fans saw this shit and was like, yeah, nah, the My Hero Academia community is out of pocket and I can't have nothing to do with them. So by extension, they automatically would say that the show itself is trash, even though the show is pretty good. Like, in terms of story, My Hero is better than Demon Slayer. Demon Slayer is mainly popular because of its animation. But shit like what the My Hero community did to Horikoshi is exactly why I'm not surprised that all of these manga creators be hiding their faces behind avatars. So because of the toxic My Hero community and Deku's reputation for crying, people will always associate Deku with being a punk. It doesn't matter how much better of a hero he gets, people will just write him off. So, Deku be getting lumped in with characters like Tanjiro or Takemichi and is called a crybaby hero. And I'm not even gonna lie to you, I don't even mind that Deku cries a lot because I know it's a part of his character development and it's making him a better hero overall. And people cry, like the fuck? Like a nigga can't be sad? I mean, I do understand, you know, this is shonen. We like our characters to be strong and put in work. We don't really want to see our characters crying all the time. But I feel like Deku, with everything that he's been doing, especially in season 1, 2, 3, season 4, and season 6, you gotta let him slide. But I do want to know what y'all think, so drop a comment. Let me know if you think that My Hero Academia fell off. I do think that Jujutsu Kaisen has absolutely removed My Hero from the charts when it comes to popularity, because season 1 and season 2 of Jujutsu Kaisen were both back-to-back bangers. None of the episodes were flops for real. And I think that especially with the culling games coming out soon, there's no way that My Hero is going to overtake Jujutsu Kaisen in terms of popularity ever again. The only way that's going to happen is if Jujutsu Kaisen releases some bullshit. And that's not going to happen because they made so much money off of season 2 that literally the JJK fanbase will support it no matter what at this point. And nobody in Jujutsu Kaisen really be crying like Deku be crying. So there's not really a reason to harbor this hate over it. And the Jujutsu Kaisen fanbase do not be doing the toxic shit that the My Hero community be doing. But I've ranted for way too long. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you let me know by hitting that like button. And don't forget to subscribe to see more of my content. I appreciate y'all. I'll catch y'all in the next one.